Hi there, welcome to the Cobra's Den. Well, I've been asked a few times when I've suggested to people that gold is a good way to invest your money, that is it worth buying jewellery instead of gold coins, or is it still a good thing to buy jewellery instead of gold coins? And we're going to have a little look into that and see whether it's worth having jewellery instead of coins. I mean, it's all gold, surely. Let's have a look. So as a Sikh, as we were growing up, we were always taught to have gold. But the Sikhs or the Indians don't look at gold in the way of coins and all that, though they do have bars, don't get me wrong. And a lot of families would keep 24 karat gold bars, but they invest it in jewellery. When you get married, the woman or the lady who's getting married is given loads of gold as presents and all that lot. Why is it that the Indians, for instance, have always looked at gold as presents and always taught their kids that gold is a valuable asset? Well, that's because it is a valuable asset. It's absolutely amazing. It goes up year on year. Yes, it has its ups and downs during the year, but in general, it goes up consistently. Now, gold in India is always 22 karat. So lovely, near enough pure, 24 karat being pure, and the 22 karat stuff, the reason they make it in that, because it makes it a bit more solid, which means that you can make beautiful chains like this without them breaking so easily. Gold is a very soft metal, and therefore to make jewellery, it's better in 22. Over here in England, we have 9 karat and 18, and over in America, they concentrate a lot on 10 karat or 14. The more I find that you dwindle down the actual gold content, the more I feel, just on a personal level, don't really like it. So is investing in gold, or is buying a load of gold, a good thing to do in the way of jewellery? Well, yes and no. Yes, if you don't know anything about any other type of gold, as in investment gold, like these coins that you can see in the background, then yes, having gold is absolutely brilliant. This here is a 10-ounce cutter, Sikh cutter, which is a symbol, one of the symbols of a Sikh. We are a warrior race, and this was to symbolise a piece of armour that went up our arm. Now, I got this made in 22 karat gold, and at the time of making it, which was a few years ago, it cost me, I'd say, about 16,000 to do. Now, if I work out the price of this, well, let me tell you, it's about £21,000. So that has gone up massively in value. I mean, we're looking at 5 grand in a few years there. That's gone up in its actual value. So it still goes up, correct? It's all good. Not quite, not quite. And I'll tell you the reasons why. Number one, there's a labour cost. To all the intricate details that go into jewellery, there is a labour cost that they charge you. So that already takes away from actual value of the gold and makes the percentage that you're paying higher. But worse than that, when it comes to this type of gold, which is investment gold, there is no VAT in the UK. So that's 20% that they are not charging you to buy investment gold. But because jewellery is not investment gold, they charge you 20% on it. So realistically, it's the same as the problems we have with silver, that over spot we're paying a hell of a lot more because of the VAT. So this is why I find it better to buy the coins for investment purposes, because you are getting it closer to the price of spot, maybe 2 or 3% more than spot in general on gold. Obviously, if you go more into the fractional pieces, which are absolutely beautiful as well, you may pay a slightly higher percentage, but you're still not going to pay 20% VAT, as well as the labour costs that a jeweller is charging to make these beautiful things. Now, there are other aspects of jewellery that are still very meaningful and very good. For instance, these two pieces here, again, 22 karat gold, so they have that value. But these were both my mother and my father's rings, so they hold massive sentimental value to me. And you're not always going to get that in a coin. Yes, obviously, if your grandfather or your father passes some coins down, you may have sentimental value to it. But in the same token, a lot of times parents pass down their gold, investment gold like the coins and all that, to give some wealth to their children or grandchildren. So is it really sentimental when you know that they could sell this stuff at a later point, cash it in for some money they may need for a deposit on a house or whatever it may be for? Whereas would I ever cash in these two rings here? Never. Never in a million years would I. So there are benefits to jewellery as well. A lot of this would probably get passed down to my son and daughter, or even my missus. And I'd hope that they would hold on to it. Hey, look, I'll be gone. I won't know what they do with it. But it would be my hope that there would be some of the rings or even that big bracelet. Well, that big bracelet, it's my intention that it gets handed down from me to my son and my son to his son. And each time 50 grams must be added to it, at least 50 grams of gold. It's going to get quite heavy. I'd love to see that from wherever I'll be and see one of my great grandchildren carrying around a 1 kilo gold bracelet. You better go to the gym and do some training. But anyway, getting back to the subject, if you are looking to invest in gold, if you are looking to tie up some of your money into it in the long term to see an increase, you are better off buying the bullion coins like you see here. And it doesn't have to be 1 ounces. It can be 1 ounces. It can be quarter ounces. It can be 1/10. It can even be bars. But be careful with bars. This is a 5 gram here, Pamp bar, Legend of the White Snake, brought out this year. And it is absolutely gorgeous. But there is going to be a premium on them. So even when you're looking at bars and coins, look at what the premiums are. And no one's saying you shouldn't pay a premium or you shouldn't pay an extra premium if you like something. It's not the point of that. It's being aware of what you're paying. You're going to pay a very little premium. Let's see where we are. On something like a sovereign. Very liquid, very beautiful. And there'll be a lot lower premium on these than there would be on a Pamp bar. But you can also get a nice metal ore bar, which is just gold, straight up gold in a bar, still a very nice bar, or even something like a 1 gram Angkor Harris. And all of these are beautiful. And as I say, some have a premium, an extra premium. Some are just as close to spot as you can get. Look at this Coca-Cola one. Massive premium on this because it's a licensed product from Coca-Cola. So look at everything. But when you compare jewellery and coins as an investment, it's always going to be the coins. It's always going to be that bullion, gold, not even looking at proofs and all that lot compared to jewellery. You're not paying the extra labour. Well, you are paying a bit of labour, but that's within that 2 or 3%. It's going to be a lot more when it comes to jewellery. And you're definitely not paying the 20% VAT, which does not apply to investment gold. I hope that's been helpful and giving an explanation of why I would have gold jewellery just for myself and for my pleasure and to pass down to my kids or my grandchildren as a memory of me, but I wouldn't have it as an investment as such. If you did enjoy this video, please like, share and subscribe. This is a Cobra Stacker signing out of the Cobra's Den.